Alright guys, this is Layers of Fear. I really wanted to do a video on this game because it is an excellent game. I've been on a horror kick lately, so this is just another one that I tried, but I've wanted to play this for a really long time. I finally got the opportunity to. This is by far one of the greatest horror games I've ever played. One thing I will say, this video is going to have spoilers. There's kind of no way around it, but I highly recommend playing this game on your own rather than checking this video out. But if you want an idea of what this game is like and some of the stuff in it, check it out, watch it for a little bit. I'm going to play for a while. I don't know that I'm going to get, all the way through the game here. I have beaten it, but I'd say it's about maybe 6-7 hours, depending on how efficiently you play the game. The controls are pretty straightforward. Basically, you start off in this little room here, this little foyer I should say, and you just start the game. You can select things. There's like little newspaper clippings and articles and notes, and although it's not imperative for you to finish the game and progress, it gives you a good backstory and understanding of what's happening. Basically, something happened in this house and you're trying to find out what. Well, the character knows, I guess, but you're unraveling the story. So it's kind of a good thing to know. There's collectibles you can pick up. Let's see here. This was, yep, I thought that was selectable. You can look at items. One thing I will say, this game is very similar in a certain aspect anyway to Among the Sleep. It's like a character going through a house and you're seeing things differently than they ordinarily would appear because of how you're perceiving them. Among the Sleep, you're an infant and you're seeing them through the eyes of a child, so things seem scarier, and there's a little bit to the story about that too, which I'm not going to get into. But this one's the same way, but with this one it's not because your character is an infant, it's because your character is insane. It's kind of going nuts here. And then yeah, I'm not going to go into the whole story here, but so basically at this point in the game, I'm trying to find a key to open a specific door. Been a little while since I played, but I'm going to try to figure this out here. You'll come across lots of creepy paintings in this game. Already had something weird going on here. You hear that noise? Let's see, I think I have to go in the office. That's never good in a horror game, when you see a mirror that is smashed. And there's my key. So if you actually read this, this gives you a little bit of story. Basically, this guy, I mean, he's a painter, obviously, but being you know, good at art or whatever, he was going to make these drawings for this children's book, and this guy's really mad with what he turned in, and I believe this shows, yeah. That's not something you'd want in a children's book. So it gives you a little bit of an idea of, you know, this guy's, something's going on with him. So anyway, I got the key. Oh my god. He's... okay. So this, you know, lets you know, oh, this guy has a kid. Did, still does, I don't know. See what's... Ah, yes, okay, that's the door. So, this basically starts the fun at this point in the game. You gotta get to the painting room. Now, a lot of people who played this game were getting upset because they played a certain amount and they would come back to the game and it wouldn't be saved. The thing to keep in mind is this game does not save until you get to this room. And then it'll save, and then it won't save again until you get to it again, or whatever. It's like the checkpoints of the game. But I think once you get to this room once, like right now, even if you don't get to this room again, I think it will save to the very... basically it'll save exactly at the room you were in. So when you start the game the next time, you'll be in this room, but when you go out of the room, you'll be in the, you know, the room you were basically in before. So okay, so you see there's lots of bottles here. So, you know, this guy might have a drinking problem of some sort. And here's his used paint brushes here. Basically, you want to come over here. Alright, so you can do a lot more exploring than I'm doing. I just kind of want you guys to get the idea of the game. So this is where the fun starts. As you can see, things are different. 9 times out of 10, you cannot go back ever when you go through a door. So you always have to proceed forward. I kind of know what's sort of what's coming, but this stuff still scares me every time. But I'll try to be ready for some of this stuff. Alright, so you see stuff starting to go on here. Creep factor's going up. Some of you are probably like, he just said you can't go back. Well, if there's not another door, that's the only choice. Sometimes that's how it works. So, going in circles. So this room is actually kind of tricky. It's really easy, but it's not straightforward either. You would never know you could even do this, but basically when you come over here, this has a lock on it, and there's a combination. If you explore the room, I believe it is in this drawer. Nope, not that one. You have, nope, not there either. Bottom drawer. There it is. I think that's it. Yeah. So it says, scratched out, request the pleasure of your company to celebrate their wedding on Saturday, the 9th of June at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you'd think, you know, 962 or 629 or whatever. Try different combinations of that. It will not work. What you actually need to do, and that's the only clue of any numbers, well, that's not true, but that you can see normally. Oh, by the way, look at these paintings. It's just creepy. And you notice when I get close to this chest, you hear those voices. That kind of gives you a clue that you're near something important. But you go to these candles and you turn them on. And then you get, oh boy, yes, there are the numbers. So that's basically what you do. So we got, what is that, an L? Oh, it's a 4. Okay, 485. Didn't see that extra smudge of blood there. Mm-hmm. That made me jump so much the first time. Oh my goodness. Alright. So yeah, I mean, a lot of this game, it doesn't really require too much of commentary here. It's just, I really just want to show this great game off. If you heard about this, if you're wondering about getting it, I highly recommend it. It's not too healthy. So at this point in the game, guys, I think I'm going to cease the commentary track. Just wanted to give you a little information. The one thing I will say before I go to just the straight feed is that this game was inspired by the PT demo, which was on the PlayStation Store for a while. It was going to be the next Silent Hill game, which was, you know, being worked on by Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro, which unfortunately didn't work out. But what I have heard since was that since Hideo Kojima started his own company or whatever, he's actually looking at getting back with del Toro and creating what was supposed to be the idea of the next Silent Hill game. So it's not going to be called Silent Hill, and it's not going to be coming out by Konami, but we should see something in the future that was basically what that game is going to be. But like I say, this game was inspired by that, so in the meantime, if you want to get some of that, you should definitely play this game. But like I said, guys, I'm going to turn off the commentary track as I continue, so you can enjoy just the game, because this doesn't really require any more commentary for me. I just want you to get the idea of the game.